so much for watching. Alright, so here we have the exclusive Walmart Thanos. Now, this came out in February, I believe, of 2018. Once again, I'm just digging through, kind of getting every figure I have reviewed. Going through the new stuff as well as mixing up some of the older stuff. When I get to Marvel, I've got some Final Fantasy stuff coming up, and then of course the Star Wars and anything Alita I can get my hands on. All right, so I want to go ahead and open it. It's an unboxing video. I already opened the tabs because they're a real pain, and I knew I wouldn't be able to do it with the gloves. So I haven't. I've had them there, but I have not. The art. Let me show you the art real quickly. Beautiful art. Now this Thanos, the comic book version, he got the gauntlet. He took on and took out the Avengers with incredible ease, um, including Adam Warlock, who was, you know, I suppose they had Doctor Strange be a little bit like him in the movies, but he was fighting gods. He literally fought the embodiment of eternity itself and beat them. And his goal wasn't to be peaceful. By the way, it says on the back, armed for war, Thanos wields the Infinity Gauntlet and plots to take over the galaxy. His point, let's go ahead and keep it opening while I talk. His goal was to please Lady Death, the embodiment of death. He was in love with Lady Death. Oh man, looks awesome. Come on out, come on out. Oh wow. Okay, hopefully that. Okay, that's good. Wow, just look at the. Now this is exactly. Ooh, that's a little loose. This is exactly how he looks in the comics. He's the gauntlet. Let's take a close look. This is the gauntlet. I mean, let's just now. If I had a 6-inch, well, I'll grab a now it's from a different line, but I'll grab, let's say, Daredevil. So it's probably not going to be scaled. Yeah, it's definitely not scaled quite right. Um, Thanos would definitely tower over, but he was never really particularly. If I recall, in the comics, he was tall, but he wasn't like 20 feet or anything like that. Let's see, he comes in at, we're gonna say, just over 7.5 inches. I would say 7.5, right? 7.5. All right. So, scale wise, of course, that was the Netflix scale. They didn't scale him with any of the other stuff. But if you had Captain America or something like that, he wasn't that much bit taller. He was about as tall as he was in the movie. They did a great job in the movie. Don't get me wrong, I love the movies. I just watched Endgame the other night. Ah man, that Iron Man snap is brutal. Okay, here we go. As far as articulation goes, first we're going to show you he does come with an alternate head. By the way, this was $18.99. Can you believe all you get? You got a lot. It's kind of funny. The Marvel brand, they got the Legends where not only did you get a lot more and the full articulation and all that. It seems like they were always ahead of all the Star Wars. If you look at my Star Wars reviews, Black Series, same brand, same company, same factory in most cases. For some reason, these were made incredibly better. I mean, you can just objectively, you can look at, they come with more accessories, they come with more articulation. But anyway, speaking of that, okay, you can get as far to the left as this. Here we go. Look at that zoom back on. Sorry about that. Took him out of focus. All right, there we go. And you can go as far there. You can get down and up. Now this is loose, so this actually will come off, especially if you take his head off, which we can go ahead and do that right now since we're showing the articulation of the head. Strong pull. You'll see right here, you have just the peg, and you have the swivel. It really is what it is. Let's grab his other head and pop it on. Okay, come on. Come on, Thanos, cooperate. Alright. I don't think that's something Thanos does. Okay, so we just line it up and firmly push down to make sure it's in there. Okay, look at that. That is dead on. Look at his eyes, even dead on from the comics. Beautiful. I love that. And then you've got that same full range. You have a great range of articulation, actually. Head up, head all the way down. Great range of articulation. Um, right. Oh, I did not snap it in all the way. Yeah, that's. I love when that happens. No, I don't. Okay, so let's get this just right. This time, you're getting in there. If you don't like it, tough. Okay. So now this part actually does come loose. Let me pop his head off, and I just got it on, but we're gonna take this off to show that this does indeed come off. You see these two little snap pieces inside? There's two snaps. You just make sure that they line up, and then you have them just right. And I guess that's just to give you customization, give you some options if you want to have them in a particular way that isn't. Man, this thing is articulated. Which head do I like better? You know what? I'm gonna put the neutral head back on. I kind of like this. This is kind of the Thanos we saw the most in the comics. Now the one thing is I'm noticing it does snap off quite easily. It's a little different than the other one for the movie version, or the quasi movie version, I should call it. Now he does come with. Well, first off, let's go finish the articulation as quickly as possible. All right, full articulation in the arm. You have a ball joint with a big hole hinge so he can come across either which way you want. Full 360 rotation at the shoulder, at the tricep, and at the elbow, and at the hand. 360 everywhere you could possibly want it, even on the Infinity Gauntlet. You have, once again, same thing. You would not want to get hit by that. Beautiful, beautiful blue. You have a ball joint, a big ball joint right here in the center of his chest that allows him to. It's a snap one, so it's a strong one, so it allows him to get that forward crunch. I did not snap that in well. One thing I did notice is it's something that you have to constantly keep snapping in, because if you're moving it around. So then you have the rotation, so you have another ball joint right down here. Then in the leg, you have forward, back, so you have a decent hip joint. Now the back is prevented a little bit by this, but forward motion, you can give them a nice stomp look. You have thigh swivel. You have a double jointed knee, so it snaps there and there, so you get that double jointed action for the full. You have, check this out, 360 up here, but then you also have down at the foot a hinge and swivel and a rocker on both feet, which is just, it makes it one of the best figures. I mean, look for his, especially considering his size. Then check out the balance. Just stands. I just lay in there, boom, just like that. He's easily standing, shining, looking like the Titan he is. Okay, now check this out. You get an extra gauntlet and an extra hand should you want. Now, what's cool is you can kind of dissect the hand a little bit and look at how these joints work. Real quickly, I'm gonna bring this as close as I can. Just bear with me. There you go. So you see that it's gonna have a ball, but see that hinge is what allows you to move it in, move it out, pronate it and supinate it basically. But look how far this one goes. Just like this goes. The only thing holding it back is the actual gauntlet, or the arm piece right here of the gauntlet. So I'll go ahead and do that. Take that off and replace it. You just give the one with the gauntlet a very firm pull. The trick is to do very firm, because I've learned the hard way that if you just go slow and you tease and you can actually, that's when you actually get in danger of breaking it. Now we're straight in. I don't feel a need. This is just a spare. There's no need to change it out. It's not that, there we go. You can change it out just because it's a little bit tighter with this one, because it has the cuff coming over his hand. So if you want to do that, you can. His head does not seem to want to stay on. Let's get it in there, make sure that I have it snapped in thoroughly, okay? I'm getting a little tired. So that is something I'm noticing is having some difficulty. I usually don't have difficulty with these, so as you know, I've done almost 1,000 of these now. There we go. Okay, it just needed some patience. At this though, this is something that it barely snaps in, but it doesn't matter. Once you have him posed the way you want. Now, I don't know about you. I don't think there are many people that are going to pose him without the Infinity Gauntlet hand on. I mean, that's the main event. That's what makes him special. And the way it's designed is it does allow you to get him in that position where he's kind of got the ultimate power. Let me get a firm pull again and put that back in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Once again, pull the gauntlet back, snap it in. Okay, so say, I mean, his articulation is just so amazing with his legs that's almost too good. Okay, so you can put him out like this. Let's say, oh, come on, he's going for full God mode on this. Now, the reason for it being loose a little bit is so that you can get the arms up higher, and that's why you can also take it off. Now in the comics, it didn't need that, and was kind of a cloth kind of, so but you can take the arm out. And this is a position that I like having him in, that you could put him in if you don't want to keep him boxed, and you're still putting it on full display. He's ready to rock. Look at that. That is awesome. And then one thing I do like to do is line up the legs. Let's go ahead and show you. You can line up the metal there, the little seams of his, and then that way it's all matching. But as you can see, no matter what position you put him in, he is very balanced. This is, once again, as you get and review more and more Marvel Legends figures, they were doing stuff that is just now being introduced into other lines, not just the Black Series. But so I don't know what Hasbro was quite doing, except for the fact that maybe Star Wars label. I don't know, Marvel label's just as strong, but slapping Star Wars on it and just throwing out, some of the figures that were coming out 3 years ago were just looking horrible, and they come with one little piece of plastic. They're still doing that with some of the clone troopers and things like that. It's just a molded piece of plastic for a gun, and it's like, I mean, it's all the same color, no painting. You can tell a lot of love and time and detail went into this. So to whoever made this, great job. And once again, here is his other head, his other expression, full anger. Kind of the expression he had when he crushed Captain America. I think he turned him into a block of ice and then smashed it, if I recall. Maybe wrong. I haven't read the Infinity Gauntlet in a little while, been about a year. Okay, thank you so much for watching. This is a solid 9.5 out of 10 as far as Marvel Legends figures go. I mean, it has everything. I'm not talking about the the Build-A-Figure figures. I'm talking about as far as a Marvel Legends figure go. I mean, you have so much articulation that it's just amazing. The only downside is this part is a little loose. It would be nice if it flared up a little bit more right here, but it wouldn't be as true to the character. So you had a choice. So I would rather have to go like that than have it not be, or even just go up or go straight up and have it be a little goofy. You could move him back, have it loose. Remember, if he's posed, he's not moving. Gravity's not going to let that happen. And you hear that firm snap. That's an important part. His chest piece has it snaps in. So he could be right there. He's going full God. He's getting his snap on. Yeah, boom, boom. Nothing happened. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. That's of the weekend of this being shot, that is. But whenever you're watching, whatever time of day or night, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you'll give a thumbs up, a comment, maybe subscribe if new here. And check out my playlist if you can. lots of stuff that you might be interested in. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.